Hello, I'm Sunil Rupani, Director of Glory 9 Creative Arts United. Now I'm here to talk about this game show Sabse Badkar Kaun. This game show has a setup of a battlefield. It involves two kingdoms, which are the two teams, and the main aim is to take over the enemy kingdom. Now this may sound very violent, but it's not that at all. In fact, it's a very cool and enjoyable game. Now, the participants, the age group would be somewhere between 15 to 25. We are basically trying to target the young crowd. Talking about the game, what makes Sabse Badkar Kaun different? Now in this game show, there is no scoreboard, there is no scoring. And as the game progresses, it tests each participant's ability through physical test, mental test, and there's also a luck round. Basically, these are the three important factors that help in survival, and so in this game too. Now let's see the set plan. Now the setup will be something like this. This is the place for the two kingdoms, which are the two teams. This is the arena where the games will be played. These are the two jails. About this I'll tell you later, and this is the place for the audience. Audience, we call them Praja. They'll cheer and support their respective teams. And this is the line of division. Now, as I told you all about the two kingdoms, there are the two teams. In each team, there will be 6 players. These players will pick up chits as to decide who's the king, second line army men, that will be of 2 members, and front line army men, that will be of 3 members. So that will give all the 6 players their respective positions in the kingdom. There will be 2 anchors, a boy and a girl, aged 25 to 30. They will explain the rules and regulations and of course lead the show as the game progresses. These anchors will need 4 assistants to arrange the props for the games. Now starting with the game, the king sends one of his frontline army men to play the first round. Now as I mentioned earlier, each round will have 3 tests: physical test, mental test, and a luck test. Now in the physical test, they could be asked to do anything like keep hand in hot water, who keeps the longest. In props, we could have a bucket which is filled of water, and down there could be a burner heating it up. They could also be asked, keep hand in cold water. There could be a bucket again with full of ice and chill water. Who keeps the longest? The hand inside. Or stand on one leg blindfolded. There could be weights given to them also. They could be asked to say oh or whatever word at one breath for how long they would say. There could be a round where they are supposed to bring water. Who drinks the maximum? Even 50 bricks could be given to them and they could be asked to make a wall of it. Who makes it more faster? They could be asked to shoot a bullseye, throw a ball in a basket, or even sweep a floor with thermocol pieces scattered all around. Who clears it more faster? Or even walk on a pipe with the eyes blindfolded. Now in the mental round, they could be asked any general question related to sports, politics, science. There could be an observation round where a photograph, a painting, or any type of object would be displayed and any general question would be asked on it. A picture like this could be displayed and they could be asked how many triangles, rectangles, and squares are there. A chart with flags on one side and the respective countries on the other, and they could ask to match them. This round basically tests the IQ of the participants, though the questions will not be very difficult. And next we have the luck round. Now this round will be very noisy because here even the Praja, the audience, can involve themselves by giving ideas and support their army men. Again, any luck-based questions could be asked. Any kind of object would be covered with cloth and the participants have to guess what's under. There could be 4 locks and 8 keys and they have to find the right keys and lock the locks. There could be 2 alarm clocks making noise and 5 boxes. Now the participants have to guess that the alarm noise is coming from which box. There could be 3 pots which color water in it, red, blue, and yellow. Now they have to guess that which pot has which color of water. Or even a coin could be tossed 5 times. The best of 3 would be the winner. It's all luck here. So back to the game. After the first round, that is after the 3 tests, the army man who has won the best of 3 will take over the place in the enemy kingdom, and the loser becomes a prisoner of war and is sent to jail. Here, for example, if the red one wins, then he takes his position in the yellow camp, and the yellow, who's the loser, becomes a prisoner of war and is imprisoned in the red camp. Here he will undergo several punishments till he is out. These would be harmful punishments, like either water would be thrown on them, the eyes could be blindfolded, or they could be asked to kneel down with their hands up, just like those old school days when they never did their homework. Anyway, this is how the game progresses, and each player is going to try his best to take over the enemy kingdom. So total there will be 5 rounds, that is 15 games will be played. All the army men will get their positions either on the opposite side or in the jail. Now after all this, the situation could be 4-1 or 3-2. If the ratio is 5-0, then the game is over. Now let's make it 3-2. After this, the 6th round will be played, that is between the kings. This is the stage when the kings have the last chance to win the men back. In this decisive round, a dartboard will be placed in the center. Each king is allowed 3 throws at a stretch. The one who hits a bigger total will win this round. Here the kings are actually betting their soldiers one by one. The king who wins each round here will win his soldier back from the prison, who will replace the soldier of the other army, who will then be out of the game completely. For example, if the yellow king hits a total of 23 and the red of 15, then the yellow army man who was in prison takes over on the enemy kingdom, and the red army man is out of the game completely. But note, the soldier who gets life in this round cannot be played again. That means that if the situation is 4-1, then the losing king has to win all the rounds. Finally, the king who has a majority is the winner. So till the last, the game has its own turning points and funny drama. In the end, the winning team gets a prize. Dresses. The king and his army men will have one uniform color. That could be blue or red. The king will have to wear a crown. The army men, when they become a prisoner of war, they will have to wear a different prisoner's coat on the top. Now about the lighting, apart from the basic lighting setup, we will have to make sure that there is special light falling on the praja that matches with the color of their respective army's uniform. That could be red light, blue light. Now the most important factor, time. How are we going to pack this whole game show in 24 minutes? Let's see. Now as you'll see here, this is how we have sequenced the whole game show. For titles, we give 1 minute. Anchor introduction. For the rules and regulations, 1 minute. Teams, chits and positions. This is where the participants will take the positions on the sets. That is 2 minutes. Rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each round will have 3 games, 1 minute each game. Total 15 minutes. Moving time, prisoners footage, 1 minute. This is where we'll be showing the fun that's happening in the jail. King's round, each throw round 15 seconds. There could be maximum 5 rounds, not more than that. Extra time for position changes. So this complete would be managed in 3 minutes. Winner announcement, 1 minute. So complete, it makes you 24 minutes. Rest we could always manage on the editing table. Thank you.